Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today we are going to be taking a look at Black Shadow or Sky Shadow, depending on what you want to call this particular version of the character. This is a character, I believe, from Transformers Victory originally, and he was released as part of the Titans Return line going back, what, 7-8 years ago now at this point. This particular figure I picked up at TFN, or TF Nation, at last year's convention. Didn't cost me a lot, actually. It was a second-hand figure, but came with all the bits and pieces. And as I have a thing for collecting Japanese characters as part of my Transformers collection, this is one I couldn't actually pass up. So, as always, we're going to go through the vehicle modes first, because he has two vehicle modes, as you can see here. We'll go through the robot mode, and then we'll do some size comparisons. So we'll start off with the tank mode. Now, the tank mode is actually, it's quite a nice little tank. It's all in black and red and silver. The turret does not move, it's fixed, and the gun does not move either. It does move about quite nicely. But yeah, it's just a solid lump of plastic, basically. It actually turns into the character's legs when you put them all together. But yeah, the tank mode's all right. I actually quite like the design. It's just like a short, stocky little battle tank. So it's got some nice molded details. And it does come with a little driver's station on the top of the tank, which you can take your headmaster, pop him in there, and then you can have him driving the tank. So yeah, I think it's a nice little tank mode all in all. You got the Decepticon logo on the front there. I don't know about having the silver stickers, but you know, there you go. But yeah, I really quite like this tank mode. It's nice. I like it. Just take him out of there. Then we move on to the jet mode here. And the jet mode is made up of the torso and arms of the character. It does come with this like shield piece here, which attaches to this slot there, just to give it a bit more bulk. And there we go. But yeah, the jet mode is really quite nice as well. It's quite a big jet mode as well, for the time at least. Anyway, you got the two forward firing cannons here. There's no engines really per se on the rear of the vehicle, just a large slot where you put the tank piece into. But it's got some nice molded details all in. You've got this gold section here. It's kind of a nice little shine to the black plastic. And again, like with the tank, you can open up the cockpit, take your headmaster or Titan Master if you prefer, and he just fits right in there, nice and snug. So yeah, I mean, I like all the details on both these alternate modes. But yeah, I think it's a really nice jet mode. It's a really nice tank mode. And this mold was reused as well for Overlord. Now, I couldn't find Overlord, unfortunately, at TF Nation, which is one of the reasons I got this guy instead of him, really. If they had the Overlord, I would have gotten the Overlord first, but you never know. We might get a new Overlord figure at some point in the near future. But yeah, all in all, although it's like a 7 or 8 year old figure, I really do like this. The transformation process is also really quite simple, but as always, I'm not going to do the transformation process on camera, so I'm just going to pause the video and then we'll get it into its robot mode. One thing first, before we do take a look at the robot mode, I just want to go over the target or the headmaster or Titan Master, whatever you call. I can't remember what this particular Titan Master is meant to be called, but as with a lot of the other Titan Masters, there's very little paint detail on here, but you can see, if I can get it to focus, the head does have a little bit of detail, but not a great deal. It's almost like he's wearing a flight helmet of some sort with a mouth plate over it, but that's about it, really. I mean, you just fold the guy up like that, and you've got the lower half of the face. And it's a nice face. Got some nice yellow eyes, some detail there. Not a lot, but it's nice. So here are all the components then for Dark Shadows, or Black Shadows robot mode. So you've got the legs here, which were the tank originally. And then you've got the upper torso here, which was the jet mode for the vehicle. Now, in order to combine these two together, you just take this section here and put it straight into this hole there. and it will click like so. And then you've got the robot body all attached and ready to go. Now, the Titan Master, as with all Titan Masters, in order to attach your head here, you just flip it open his helmet and just place the Titan Master snugly and securely into there. And there you have the completed robot mode. You can then take the pistol or rifle, sorry, and put it into his hand. We'll do that in a minute. But we'll just do some articulation. So the head does go up and down a little bit. It is on a swivel, so it will do a full 360 that way. You do have movement at the shoulder at a full 360 without knocking his wings. The joints on my figure are a little loose. I'm going to attribute that to the age of the figure over nothing else, especially on this arm here. It's a bit more loose than this one. You've got movement at the elbow. There is no hand articulation in any way, shape, or form. The legs can go all the way to the side, all the way to the back. Well, they go most of the way to the back. They can go all the way forward. There is movement at the knee, and you do also have some ankle tiltability there. And the feet can go into like a clasping position if you want. That's more to do with the transformation process for the tank more than anything, but it does give you some options in order to pose this guy. There we go. So again, like I said, the blaster can just go straight in there, and then you have the shield bit here, which you can just put into either slot in the arm like so. And there is Dark Shadow, or Black Shadow, sorry, in all his glory. So let's do some size comparisons. So size comparison wise, here he is with one of my current favorites in my collection, the Power of the Primes Nemesis Prime figure. Here he is with the HasLab Core RID 2001 Optimus Prime figure. And here he is with Age of the Primes Brawl from the Combaticons. So he is quite a sizable figure at the end of the day. And he should be, because given the fact that he was a leader class figure when he was first released. So, is this guy worth getting for your collection? Well, if you're like me and you are a fan of the Japanese characters, which we are seeing more and more of these days in the main lineup for figures, then yeah, he is definitely worth getting. And in all honesty, I think in general the figure is still worth getting to this day if you can get him for a decent price. It's got nice articulation. The transformation process for the tank and the jet fighter or space fighter is fairly simple to do. It's got good articulation, nice molded detailing, and it's a sizable figure at the end of the day. You know, it's an old-fashioned leader scale class figure. So yeah, I mean, if you can get this guy, I think he's definitely worth picking up and adding to your collection. My only complaint with mine is that the arm joints, especially on this one here, can be a little loose on the swivel bit there. But aside from that, he's in really good condition for his age. So yeah, I would say if you can find him, if you do find him, and he's at a good price. I think I paid £40 for this guy when I first got him. So a good price, I think, at the end of the day. So yeah, if you can find him a good price, and you are interested in this sort of a character, I think he's definitely worth getting. But hey, let me know in the comments section, do you have Dark Shadow? Is he one of your figures, or is this something you've passed up on quite happily? Do let me know in the comments section. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and have a very, very nice day.